What's quack-a-lacking, guys? I'm a Duck Quack here, and welcome back to another episode on our 0 to 1 million coins account. Now, I'm kind of bashing through these pretty quickly in the sense of recording them, probably not uploading them quite as quickly, but this new account is addictive. I mean, I've probably played about 9 hours on it, no, probably not even that long if I'm honest with you, and we're on 140,000 coins already. So, just jumping onto the transfer list, we've obviously got all of those Sydney players that sold from the last episode. We've got all the ones from the packs that we sold as well that you can see here. And that's what's pushed us up. Oh, and the other thing, I went through our club and I listed every single rare gold contract, as well as a bunch of the single fitness cards. No, I didn't do the fitness, just the contracts. We ran out of space. Listed all of those that we had, because while I had space, we may as well be listing these. Only about 10-20% of them sold first time round, but it's definitely worth listing them because that's 200 coins a piece. Every 5 that sell is an extra 1,000 coins. Everything makes a difference when you're collecting coins, especially at the start. And this is a talking point I want to mention. So remember we got this guy, we sniped him for like 1,600 or something. We accidentally listed it, well I didn't accidentally, we listed him for 2,700 because that's what we believed he would sell for. Now let me just clear that. Now, I mentioned how quickly the market can change, and the SBC only needed one player from the two teams combined. And because of that, it was always just going to get to a stage where demand was just easily met by supply, and hence prices just started to come down. So if we jump onto Sydney at the moment, if you remember, we were sniping for anywhere about 1,600 to 1,800 and instantly selling for 2k. You would be extremely, extremely lucky to even get 1,000 coins for these cards now. Look how many there are. And that is how important it is to stay on top of the game, stay on top of the market, and know exactly what you're doing. So in this episode, I planned on actually just going for a load of SBCs. And then I thought, maybe we can find something a bit different to do. And I thought we'd talk about some sniping filters and mass bidding filters again. So a very common one that a lot of people know of is you set your gold rarity, and you go to max price 400 on bid or on snipe. Then when you search, you can scroll through these, and you can bid 400 or 350 coins or 300 coins, whatever you choose to, on all of these gold players, and then list them up for 400 or 450 coins. The way that this becomes super effective is because you will just win so many of them. So you're not making much each card, but the sheer volume of the cards that you're winning means that it becomes stupidly profitable in the long run. Yes, it takes a lot of time. Yes, it's a lot of effort as well to do, but it's all worth it in the end. The end justifies the means. The other method is you do exactly the same, but you set your buy now filter to 400. And then you can simply come on here and snipe all these guys and kind of rinse and repeat. As the year goes on, it becomes a little bit less effective at times, unless there's a reason for these cards to hold value. So what I thought is, let's take this very, very basic and well-known method, and then let's just tweak it. Like everything good in life, you make something, someone else improves it, and that's how a new business is formed. That's what becomes superior. FIFA 10 was great, so they made FIFA 11, and they put upgrades in it. And then they made FIFA 12, and then they eventually made FIFA 18, which absolutely sucked. But that's not the point. Actually, I lie. I really like this game. Just the majority of you guys probably hate it. So how we're going to tweak this to make this even better is we're going to think about what cards have more value than others. So the biggest league SBC out at the moment, and the most recent one to drop as well, is the Serie A SBC. So if we search for 400 coins on here, we instantly get a return of 3 players, each of them from Udinese. And if we just look at Bajic, for example here, we could have picked him up for 400. Now if we scroll across here, we can see that he sells for 450 instantly, is what I'm going to guess here. 500 was already on there, so we could sell him for 450 coins, which after tax is a very, very tiny profit. If we check this guy now, Babacar, we could have picked him up for 400, and we could instantly be listing him at, I'm going to guess at about 500 to 550. Oh, not even 500, so it would have been 450 again. So we would have made 45 coins on both of these players. We would have made 450 coins, and then after we take off the tax, we would have made about 27, 28 coins on both of those players, which isn't fantastic. It isn't incredible. But what this filter can do is, as you slowly start to learn the market a little bit better, you'll start to remember the cards that don't sell for very much. And then you can kind of remember the names, and then eventually you'll get a guy potentially like this. So we could have had this guy for 400 coins, and as you can see, his cheapest sell price seems to be somewhere around the 800, 850 coin mark. So we could have potentially straight away sold this guy for 800 coins, making us 400 coin profit. Oh, you got one for 750. Let's just call it 700 for argument's sake. So we could have made ourselves 300 coins profit on that guy. We've got a guy here called Fofana. And if we scroll through here, we can see 600, 550, probably 500 at some point. So we could have made ourselves 50 coins on him. It is a trial and error process. You will slowly remember the names, the teams, the clubs, the players or whatever that sell for more. But you're massively narrowing down your search and ultimately increasing your chances of finding someone that's worth a lot more than other players. So what we're going to try and do, I've got a feeling he's going to be more than 400 coins, surely. Surely this guy is. About 600 coins. So what we're going to try and do is just play around on this filter for a little bit. I'm going to see how many players I can get for some decent value. And then I'm going to show you guys exactly who we've bought, how much we spent, etc, etc. Right then, guys, so it didn't take very long. I was kind of being quite slow because I wanted to start to try and learn the clubs and stuff that were worth a bit more. But I saw a Juventus player pop up and I thought, well, this guy's got to give us a little bit of profit. Then searching through all of his cards on the market at the moment, we can see that the cheapest is roughly 600. So I'm just going to simply list him up for 550, which gives us 150 coins profit before tax and about 120 coins profit afterwards. I've got a feeling this guy is going to be very similar as well, this Florentinian. And we're going to pick him up and we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to list him up for 550 coins. And if these guys don't sell first time of asking, they will sell eventually. But what we're ultimately in for is a big, big name that's going to sell for, well, not a big name, so to speak, but a player that's worth a lot more than like 500 odd coins. And with these non-rare golds, there are quite a lot of them. So it is just going to be trial and error process. We are going to keep at this until we find some serious value from a few players. And maybe this isn't quite as great as I thought it might have been. But 350 coins, oh, it's gone already. But it's got to have value to it. It's got to have a way of making it successful. And if it doesn't, then we're still going to try and fail miserably or get rich. One of the two options here. Okay then, guys. So I used this method for, I'd say about 10 to 15 minutes, taking my time to try and learn it. And as you can see, we picked up a bunch of players. They were all for 400, except for a couple that we got for 350. And we've still got about, 7 selling at the end. So, all in all, we probably still made about 3,500 coins. So this method isn't awful by any means. But at the same time, it's, I'm going to be honest, it's nowhere near as good as I thought it was going to be. And I could quite easily edit this bit out of the video and not make myself look like an idiot. But I kind of like leaving it in here because it shows the thought process behind what I was trying to do. The length of time I tried it for, the obstacles that I came across that really made it hard, and that was the sheer amount of players that were selling for about 500 coins, 450 coins at Buy It Now, and not selling quickly. And there's no harm in trying. So we tried to take a well-known filter, make it even better, and it didn't quite work how we wanted it to. In theory, yes, every single player we buy, if we listed them up for 500, after a couple of relists, they would sell. And that's just how it works. These guys will be bought by lazy buyers, or just eventually we would probably have the cheapest one at 500 coins on the market for a brief few seconds or something. And they will sell. But it's not going to make us rich super fast. So this is definitely a method we can play around with. And it's definitely a method we can jump back to earn a few thousand coins from time to time. But personally, I kind of feel like we can up this game a little bit. We can do a bit better than that. So what we're going to try is we're going to try playing around with silver players from the Serie A. And I'm going to narrow that search down to just defenders. And as you can see, when you search, you are just thrown millions of them at the same time. What I like to do here is check which ones have got bids on it. So, for example, this guy's got a bid of 3,600. The cheapest one listed is 5,600. So what we can do is quite happily bid on this guy for 3,700 now, and know that we can sell him on for about 1,000 coin profit. This guy's got a bid for 2,200. We could probably sell him on for, was it, about 3,300? So again, I'm happy to bid on this guy as well. I don't want to go 2,800, that's just silly. But this is what I like about this method. We can effectively use other people's hard work. Well, I say their hard work. We can see what other people are bidding on. Then we can do our own little bit of research to check how much they're actually worth. And then we can just profit from it that way. Eventually, you'd go through, you'd make a list of a load, and then you'd watch them on the transfer market. That's one way that this silver trading method with League SBCs works very well. Another method is you can just set a filter for, say, 1,200 coins, scroll right to the last minute, where you know you're getting some bargains for your money, and just kind of see what these guys sell for at the end. An AC Milan centre-back, he's Going to be worth nothing. And that's something that I've just learned. AC Milan Silvers don't actually go for that much at centre-back role. But this guy, just been listed, 850. He's a Lazio right-back. Cheapest on the market after him is about 1,000. So we could buy him, list him up for 950. We'd have the cheapest on the market, and potentially we could make ourselves a little bit of coinage. This is a method that I also like playing around with League SBCs. Does this guy sell for over 2,000 coins? Cheapest one was 1,900. Okay, I bet you he's gone now, though. I'm almost guaranteeing you he's gone. Oh, he hasn't. Okay, so we'll list this guy up, and we'll see if he sells by the end of the episode. We'll list him up for a little bit cheaper. We'll go for 1,700, which gives us a nice 500 coin profit before tax. And then we can just kind of rinse and repeat, trying around with these kind of methods, seeing if, effectively, if we can get any of the big players. The big jackpot players are the ones that are going to give you like 1,000 coins plus, and a couple of those an hour, well, a couple of those every, say, half hour, and you are absolutely flying using methods like these. So I'm going to play around with this one, see if we can get it to work, maybe see if we can push up to about 150,000 playing around with these League SBCs. I thought we had another jackpot one there, but no, it's quite a lot of him on the market. It doesn't seem like a huge undercut, and hence not going to bother with him. This guy, though, 2,200, 1,800. Okay, so we can list him up for 1,700. Oh, it's gone. That's the problem. You need to know the market fairly well. And it does take a while to learn the market, but once you have learned it, you can just play it off to absolutely insane advantages. Like this guy, we checked him earlier, so we know he's 750, so hence 650 isn't a fantastic deal. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to play around with this filter for just a tiny little bit, see if I can get some big deals just to show you more than anything. I'm not going to invest too much time into it myself, but I kind of thought it was important to show you guys some very basic trading methods that you know that can guarantee you coins, even if it may not be huge amounts. Almost something to just do in your downtime while you're trading and everything. Right, guys, so it's basically as soon as I stopped speaking, the next search had this guy on here. And this is a prime example of what I'm looking for. So you saw we got this guy for 950 coins. If we come up to list him and compare the price, the cheapest version of him, well, we're going to bid on that one as well, obviously. We'll go up to 350. We'll go up to 400. This is another great thing, again, just to quickly divert off my train of speech. If you are comparing price and you just bought someone, you see a bid for cheaper with a few minutes left, you're stupid not to throw a bid on it. It just makes too much sense. So as you can see, scrolling across, the cheapest on the market at the moment is currently 1,800 coins. So we can just go ahead and list this one up for 1,700 coins and potentially make ourselves about a 700 coin profit after tax, which is absolutely incredible for just one search. Again, it's just rinse and repeat with this. Eventually, you will actually find someone for a few thousand coins, and it will feel incredible. But these small wins that we're getting along the way in the meantime are still brilliant because they add up so quickly as well. So we've got another one now, and if we have a look at this guy, 74 rated, we got him for 850 coins. So if we quickly come on here, compare the price for what he's currently going for, you can see the cheapest on the market is currently 2,000 coins. So we can list this guy up for 1,800 coins. We'll undercut by 200 and grab ourselves almost 1,000 coins profit from just one player. And that search was about 2 or 3 after the last one you guys saw. I don't plan on showing you every single player I do this with because I don't want to make the video long and that boring for you. But anything that's given us around 1,000 coins profit is 100% worth showing you just to prove how viable this method is. Okay then guys, another example is this guy here. We picked him up for 1,100 coins. If we quickly jump onto the transfer market at the moment, you can see the cheapest one up at the moment, I think, is 2,100 coins. So what we're going to do is just simply list this guy up for 1,900, undercutting by 200 again, and it's another 800 coin profit when this guy sells. Now, I'm making this video fairly late, and the problem with making it so late is 99% of the European players are not online at the moment, so the market movement is very, very slow right now. This method is a lot more effective when more people are online, as you'd probably expect, to be honest. Is that guy quite cheap for 600? I think this could be a steal for 600. I bet you he's gone now, though. I bet we missed our chance. Oh, we didn't. Damn, okay, that's pretty good. The cheapest was 1,500 on him. So we'll just list this guy up for 1,400 because there weren't many of him around that kind of price. And yeah, like I was saying anyway, the market around this kind of time, because there's so few people on compared to like the busy times in Europe, it just means that we're not getting the majority of deals that we normally get when using a method like this. So as effective as it can be and as effective as it is, I'm glad that I've been able to show you a couple of different methods that I like to use when starting off a new account. Some of these low budget trading methods, but League SBCs are something that you can make massive profit from. If you put in the time to learn all the players, and the ones that are particularly the most expensive as well, you can buy them very quickly, which removes that chance of them not selling. As you can see here, we've already got him that sold for 1,800. He's gone for 1,700. We've still got the Inter Milan left back selling, as well as those last two guys that we just bought, the centre-back and the right wing-back from Torino. So what I feel like we're going to do now is we're going to do a few more SBCs. Now, SBCs are fantastic. I can't stop raving about these. When you're making a new account, the value of doing the break-even at worst ones just guarantees that you can't lose coins, but you've got a big chance at making coins. And that's what really helps give you that boost in the early start, in the early game. On top of that, you guys are going to be playing matches. I don't even have a team. If you've bought yourselves a team, and if you're buying a team, I advise to buy discard golds that you can relist for the same amount, if not more than you bought them for. That way you're actually making coins by building a team. Use them until their fitness is too low or their contracts run out, and then sell them and rebuy a new team. You're not losing any coins this way. But anyway, jumping into the here and now, we're going to do a few SBCs, and I'm going to go for a few more of the ones that are really profitable. So let me jump onto the transfer market, grab all the players, show you what we've built, and then open some packs. Right then, so we have, as you can see, done an SBC. That's why our coins have gone down by about 6,000. But this is what I just wanted to show you very, very quickly. So we bid on the players or sniped them. And look how many coins that it has saved us. And people completely underestimate just how important stuff like this actually is when you are coming to like building these SBCs or getting players for your team or anything. This guy we got for 350 on a bid. The cheapest one goes for about 800 coins maybe. So we've just saved ourselves about 500-600 coins from one player there alone. And the same with all of these. We've saved maybe 200 coins per player. So in total, that's about 1,500 coins we've saved just from being that tiny bit more patient, bidding on the players, sniping them if needs be. And because of that, overall, we've probably saved about 2k on the value of an SBC. Now, if you're doing 10 SBCs and you save a total of, what, 2k per SBC, that's 20,000 coins you've effectively just made because you've been much smarter with how you've been building your teams. And that's something that people really need to get the mindset of. Every single coin that you get, every single coin you accumulate is worth something to you. If you're just being reckless with how you spend them, you're just paying whatever the market tells you to pay, then you're losing money left, right and centre because you're not doing it correctly. And it does seem like I have completely forgot to get one of the players, and I know which one it is as well. I knew that I was going to make a mistake with that. But yeah, like I was saying, every single coin matters when we're doing stuff like this. Every single coin has got some kind of importance to us. And that's why we shouldn't overpay for anything that we don't need to overpay for. Like this guy, for example, he's going for 600 coins as the cheapest price. If we just set up a search filter for Italian, gold centre-backs and search, I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to pick him up on a bid for less than 600 coins. Like this one here, it's going for 400 on a bid at the moment. If we bid on this guy for 400, I'm going to wait a minute, see if we can pick him up for that. It's only 150 coins, but every coin matters. Okay then guys, so like I said, we managed to pick that guy up on that bid for 450 coins without any kind of problem whatsoever. Yes, it's only 150 odd coins, but that adds up very quickly. The main thing though is we have got another pack, and it is half of a 50k pack. So we get 6 players, 5 of them guaranteed to be gold, all of them guaranteed to be rare. We do get an inform by the looks of it in this pack as well. Oh, this could be massive. German. Striker. Is that... Oh no, Timo Werner was in the last one. Hey, I'm not going to complain. That's like 10k we just made from that pack right there with Fogkrug. Tomorrow's Team of the Week is going to be absolutely mental when it drops. So a little bit annoying it's not an inform from there. But look at that. 282 rated cards. An inform that's going to boost our money. 79, 77, 76. And that's mental. That's just from one SBC. And the logic behind the SBCs is, if you're completing them all regularly and you're spending a decent amount of coins on them, you will make profit overall. And this is our second inform, and they're the only 2 decent players we've packed so far, really. And it goes to show that it is paying off already. So I'm going to sell up everything that we've got in this pack, and then we're just going to jump into some more SBCs. I might complete a small batch of them or something this time, and then show you them all when I'm done. Okay then guys, so you can see that we're down to 113,000 coins. So we spent a good chunk of coins completing a bunch of SBCs just to finish this episode off. And again, I really don't feel like these are the ones basically that were guaranteed to break even worst case scenario. So from the Super League, we have done Besiktas, we've also done Fenerbahce, and the final one that we did here was Galatasaray. And that's going to give us 3 packs. If I remember, it's 2 Premium Gold Players packs and 1 Prime Electrum Players pack. So solid packs, each worth around 25,000 apiece. Next up, we moved on to the Russian League, I think, and we just did Zenit St. Petersburg from this one. So it's just the one team that we did here. And again, we're going to be getting another 25k pack from it. So we've got about 100k worth of packs, if you like to look at it that way so far. Then the last 2 that we did is we came into the Liga Bancoma and we did Tigres, which gives us another 25k pack. And then the final one we did was Monterrey, and it gives us a Prime Electrum Players pack. So if you want to look at it this way, we've got 150,000 coins worth of packs, and it cost us somewhere around 40,000 coins for them all. Personally, I feel like that's a pretty good deal. But at the end of the day, it does kind of come down to just what we end up getting in these packs. And it could be absolute trash and we could break even. Or we could get like another inform or another board, which is a perfect start. And it could just all be worth our while. Spanish is never what we want to see though, unless it was like David Silva or something like that. But Juan Mata, an 84 rated card, is a pretty good way to start it. Because that's half the value of Andorra and Abate. That's a pretty damn good pack overall, actually, especially with these kind of players here. Any non-rare gold that's about 78 plus at the moment seems to have a fair bit of value to it. And then someone like this, a Silva from the Championship, it is a League SBC at the moment. We can see the cheapest is 800, so we can just shove him straight up to 700 coins, which again is a huge bonus. I'm going to store everything in my club for now, and I'm going to list them probably in between the videos and then show you everything that's sold and how much they were sold for. But let's just get back to these packs. We get no board in the second one, which we can't complain about. Getting 2 out of 2 boards would have been mental. We get Sigurdsson and Felipe as 2 of our rares, which are both some strong players. Eder, and then nothing fantastic. That pack was a lot worse than the first one that we did. But again, it's still a break-even pack. Absolute worst case scenario, which I'm absolutely fine doing. Pack number 3 is no boards again. If it's not boards, we're not even going to bother watching it. We're just going to skip the animation straight into it. And Williams is a pretty good card. These guys are all pretty trash. A few of those, again, they will sell. But we do get a Calcio A or Serie A Silver. Possibly. That would be insane if he is that much. 3,400. That's crazy. That just pays for... That's the second best card we've had so far. Let's go for 3,100 on that guy there. And let's send all of those to the club as well. So at the halfway point, we are definitely up in coins. And I want to hazard a guess at the fact we're probably up about somewhere between 8 to 10,000 coins. And we get boards again in the 4th pack. Be big. Be huge. Oh my god, this could be... it's Perisic. It could have been Modric. It could have been Modric. It could have been Rakitic, actually. He is Croatian, isn't he? Or is he Serbian? Am I just getting the flags all mixed up again? He is Croatian. I'm not wrong. That's 2 84 rated players, though. So that is absolutely mental. And we get a Bundesliga Silver at the back there, which we might keep or sell if it's going for anything. But 2 84 rated players and that crazy Silver that sold for about 3k, or hopefully will sell for about 3k, is massively helping us here. Absolute huge pool so far. Is that an inform, or is it just... It is an inform again. Spanish. Centre mid. Oh, I have no idea who he is. It's a discard inform, basically. Garcia is 100% a discard inform, but that's 10k. That's absolutely massive again. We get Daniel Sturridge in the pack, Daily Blind. What are our silvers looking like? We get a Liga Bancoma player. I wonder if he's got any kind of value at all. You know what? He's got a little bit of value. Let's list him up for 650. I'm going to get rid of the silvers as we go along because they're harder to keep track of at a later date. And let's also check if this guy, this right back as well, I thought he was going to be quite expensive there. No, he's not. But hey, that inform, the 284s and the silver, basically pays for the packs alone. It's not far off anyway. So whatever we get in this final pack, and I wouldn't expect 4 boards out of 6 because that would be mad. But 3 boards out of 6, including 1 discard inform and 2 84 rated cards. And Sigurdsson again. It's pretty damn lucky from these packs. So I am not complaining one little bit. We are definitely making profit. And it just goes to show again that we didn't get anything absolutely mad from the packs, anything absolutely insane. We're getting an Italian player here. But the players that we did get, they all had enough value to guarantee that we're going to be making profit from it. And that is all that matters. The cheapest was 13, and then there was one for 9. So I'm going to go for 1100 on him. And we will check the Russian silver as well. And I'm guessing he doesn't sell for much. Oh, I could be wrong. You know what? We could probably get 900 out of him. Let's list him for 900. And just before we do jump off this page, let me just check how much Sigurdsson goes for. Because we're obviously not going to be discarding... Well, I hope we're not going to be discarding Sigurdsson unless he really just doesn't sell for some reason. But I am assuming he's around 900 coins. I'm going to hope anyway. I kind of like the 900 coin mark is roughly where he is. So we'll send all of those to the club. I'll get listing these guys up before the next episode. Let's just have a look at our transfer list and clear a bunch of stuff from there as well. So we're on 114,000 coins ending this episode with a load of stuff in the club. We've got 1,800 coins there. The silvers are selling slowly. That's the guy that we just packed, or no, that was another one we bought, wasn't it? Same with him, and that's one we packed there. So everything is selling, it's just taking its time to shift. Let's clear all of that. And then at the end here, we've got these guys that we bought earlier. This guy I might have overpriced a tiny bit. I think someone listed one for cheaper, basically just after I listed him. And then all of these contracts and stuff. So we'll relist that as well. So when we get back for the next episode, guys, I'm hoping that we're going to be on around 150, 160,000 coins. This episode was more... I was kind of hoping it went a little bit better with the trading, but at the time of night that I was trying it, the market is fairly quiet. So it's understandable it wasn't perfect, if you like. The packs, though, these profitable / break-even at worst SBCs are still coming through massive for us. And whoever does them, you're going to get boards occasionally, you're going to get 84 rated cards or a discard uniform occasionally, and that's what makes up those little bit extra coins. So in the next episode, I really want to push to that 200k mark, and then we can start looking at a few longer term investments as well. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the series still, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, follow me on Twitter, join our trading Discord as well. Absolutely huge and amazing community down there, guys. And make sure you follow the articles on Futbin as well. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.